Aloha loves, welcome. My name is Digmera and I am your host. I believe it is every woman's birthright to have financial independence and freedom. I am a self-made multimillionaire. Now I work with others to do the same. Let's get started. Aloha, aloha, beautiful souls. Welcome to another episode. Today I want to talk about investing and the 3 easy steps to get started. And I really wish that somebody would have sat me down and laid this out for me when I was getting started instead of me having to figure it all out for myself. So I hope you find this useful and helpful and activating, and I hope it gets you inspired and started on the investment path if you haven't done so already. Okay, so let me lay it out for you first. What are the 3 main steps to investing? Step number 1, open an account. Step number 2, fund it. Step number 3, decide what to buy. Now, the majority of my clients, or people that I talk to, excuse me, they get stuck on step number 3. They get hung up on step number 3 and use it as a reason to not even get started. Do you see what I mean now when I lay it out for you? That you shouldn't, let's not knowing what to invest in stop us from even opening up or funding an account. Okay, so step number 1, open an account. So you can do this with, there's various ways of doing this. It's really about opening one up with like a reputable financial institution, and there are many. So find one that you trust and open up an investment account. And I talk about this in a previous episode, deciding what type of investment account is best for you. So decide what type of an account you want to open and open it. Okay, and you can do this online, you can do this virtually, or you can go into an actual branch and open one up, fill out the form, and open it. And you can obviously also hold multiple investment accounts. You can have some that use pre-tax dollars, some that use post-tax dollars, some that are not a tax shelter at all. Okay, so that's number 1. Once you've opened up that account, as I said, you're literally filling out a form. It's either online or a paper form that you're handing in or you're uploading, and then they'll ask for your ID to ensure that that's really you. Okay, and then you've opened up the account and then you log into the account, and then the second step is you need to fund it, right? That's obvious, right? You need to get money into the account. And what you can do is you can link it up with um, your checking or savings account that you will be regularly transferring money from, or you can also, there's other ways to fund it, right? But typically that's the easiest one because you want to set up like an ongoing situation, right? So you can continue to fund the account. So that's step number 2, you fund the account. And then finally, we have step number 3. So, I think it's self-evident, right? But what does funding an account means? It means you have to get money into that account. When you get money into the account, then the money sits in the investment account as cash, and now you get to go shopping. Now you decide, okay, what am I going to invest in? And watch that investment grow. Okay, so it's that third one, and the third one is I was going to say it's a very personal choice. I think it is, but on the other hand, it doesn't have to be either. And you can really decide, are you doing you know, like having a diversified portfolio is important, and that is based on your risk tolerance, your nervous system tolerance, and your age and how many years away from retirement you are. So typically what people will say is that the closer you get to, when you're younger, you can be fairly aggressive. Aggressive meaning that stocks typically are much more volatile than like a GIC or like a CD, so like a certificate deposit or like a guaranteed investment certificate or like a bond, where those are either guaranteed that at the end of the term you're guaranteed to be paid out exactly what you invested, but they tend to be have very low returns, whereas something like a stock, right, it's much more volatile, but the potential for growth is much greater. But what I will say about that is because a lot of people, will hesitate to invest in stocks is you have to remember that you actually don't lose any money until you sell the stock, right? So let's say you buy a stock today that's worth $100 a share and you log in tomorrow and that stock is now $70 a share. Do not freak out. You haven't lost any money until you sell the stock. So you can literally wait for that stock price to go back up. And this has happened to me numerous times. But over the life of the majority of my stocks, they have performed very, very well. And on top of it, as I talk about in one of my previous videos, they also give me a dividend payout that I reinvest either in that same stock or in a different stock. The next thing I want to talk about is I really like index funds. I like funds that track a specific index, right? So one of my favorites is VOO. It is a Vanguard fund, index fund that tracks the S&P 500. And that stock has just done very well for me. And the way that I came across that stock, the way that I stumbled upon it is by reading a number of investment books, one specifically by Susie Orman. She wrote a book specifically for women and investing and financial management for women. I learned about that stock there. And also, index funds and investing in index funds was reinforced for me. It was confirmed for me by another very reputable financial advisor, Warren Buffett, when he was asked the question in an interview of if you died tomorrow, and you were not here to advise your wife or your daughter on what to invest in, what would you recommend that they invested in if they did not have, the advantage of your financial knowledge, your investment knowledge? And he strongly recommended index funds. And so that's what I have been. Not all of my investments are in index funds, but a sizable portion are, and I've just been very happy with the performance that they have yielded me. So, as always, I hope you find this information helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the next episode. Aloha!